Hey there, and welcome to the Unleash Your Greatness Within podcast. I'm TJ Hoisington, and today I have a very special guest on this show. This is my daughter, Kyla. Welcome to the show, Kyla.
Thanks for having me.
All right, this is really cool. So we wanted to share with you a message around a concept called the gift of want. But before we get into that, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure that you go over to Kyla's YouTube channel. How would they find that?
At Kyla Hoisington on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Go subscribe, like, all the things.
You already know. My passion and my mission to help you unleash your greatness within. My heart goes out to the underdogs that's on their way. If you think you can go from good to great, okay, let's motivate. GreatnessWithin.com. TJ Hoisington. GreatnessWithin.com.
So in today's message, let's just jump right into it. There's one thing that we've done as we've raised our children. Kyla is our number 3 child, so we have 2 boys that have already moved away from home. One of the things that we've never done is pay our children an allowance. We believe that if they want money, they should go earn it. We live in the capitalistic system. We live in the free enterprise system, but most people aren't taught how to take advantage of it. So we just want to share one story with you, take you back several years and share an experience that she had where she really learned the power of want and the gift of want. Now, how old are you today?
I'm 13.
You're 13 years old, almost 14, but let's take you back to when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
You came in the office one day and you said, Dad, I really want to buy something. And what was it?
The Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity. And you came in and I said, wow, how much is it? And how much was it?
I said it was $50.
It was $50. Now, here's a rule that we have. Although we don't pay allowance, if I do something on our property where I would pay someone else to do it, and my kids come to me and they say, Dad, we could do it and we could do a good job, then I am willing to pay them the same amount I would pay someone else if I hired it out. Because we don't pay for allowance. So if you want something, we just expect you to get creative, go find your own way to go make the money and then buy it on your own, right? We feel like we're teaching a life lesson there. And she learned at 8 years old how powerful this was. So when she was 8 years old, one of the things that we do is we use a wood stove in our house during the winter months. We heat that house up. It's so warm, right?
Yeah.
What does Mom say? The walls are heated or something
Yeah.
like that?
She said, the feeling of it is so nice. The walls are heated.
Oh, yeah. So it gets really toasty in there. Our friends come over and they start to sweat and they take off their shirts. No, they don't. Not really. Well, that requires us to have split wood delivered to put into the wood stove. So in the summertime, we have a few cords of wood that is delivered to our driveway. And then I've asked my kids, or I will pay someone else, but my kids always opt to do it. For $100, I will pay them to stack the wood. Now, this particular year, we ordered 5 cords of wood. So that was a lot.
A lot of wood, guys.
Yeah, a lot of wood. And Kyla came in and you said, hey, Dad, I want to buy this Infinity game.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, there's wood outside. You know what to do. And what did you do?
That second, I went and got on some gloves and started.
At 8 years old.
Yeah, so I started putting wood in our John Deere, and we have a trailer behind it that takes it up to the shed.
Yeah.
And
the John Deere has a weight mechanism, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not heavy enough, when you sit on the seat, the John Deere won't even start. And at 8 years old, she was barely heavy enough to sit on that seat and turn the key and allow it to start. Well, because she weighed just perfectly, she would stack the wood in the wagon.
Yeah. And then would drive it up to behind the shed, but I would have to put all my weight on my back so that it would still count, like, enough. So I would unstack it, and over the course of about a week and a half to 2 weeks, I had finished stacking the 5 cords of wood.
5 cords of wood. Do you know how much 5 cords is? 5 cords of wood. 1 cord is 8 feet long, 4 feet by 4 feet. That's a cord. We had 5 of those. Now, we didn't go through all of that winter, but we stacked up a little extra, or a lot extra.
Yeah.
And she, at 8 years old, stacked all 5 chords. The principle here is, sorry that I'm talking over you, honey.
you're
I
good.
don't mean that. But the principle here is, when you employ the gift of want, what do I mean by that is, that you expect your children to creatively turn on that creative mechanism to find resources, find a way, find opportunities. It was pretty cool. You stacked all the wood. We went on, I think, to Amazon or wherever, and we ordered it, and 2 days later you had it. And then what happened?
So, I played it one time. I don't think it actually worked. So I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. I never played it one more time. But I was just super, I had pride in what I had just accomplished, because 5 cords of wood is a lot of wood, and I did that by myself.
That's right. And you did it without complaint. And I just think that was just the tip of the iceberg. That was just the beginning. I mean, think of the boys, right? They said as teenagers, we want to earn money. And I said, you can go work for someone else, or you can go create your own destiny. So what did they do?
They started their own window cleaning business.
Oh, yeah. And they were cleaning homes that were mansions, making $2,000 for a home that only took them as teenagers 2 days to clean the windows. Unbelievable. They would hire extra friends to come help them, and it was just awesome.
Yeah.
But you also learned something, because about that same, no, it was a couple years later, you said, hey, I want to earn some more money. So what did you do?
Yeah, so I found this recipe on All Recipes, and it was a cookie recipe, and it was really, really good. So I mastered the recipe and started selling to our neighbors, and they kept buying them and they wanted more, and so I kept making profit off of that, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. In California, there are so many people everywhere. So I took it to California, and in a week, I went door to door and sold about 12 batches of cookies and made about $500.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. And you were what, about that time where you always say?
I was like 10.
10 or
Yeah.
11, somewhere in there. Unbelievable. And then somewhere around that time, there was a soccer jamboree. We got to show this picture.
Yeah.
A soccer jamboree. You paid for a big banner to be made. And how'd you do at the jamboree?
I made probably about $200, and
You sold out though, right?
I sold out, yeah.
So we didn't have more. Had we had more, people were complaining that we didn't have more, that you didn't have more.
Yeah, very, yeah.
So here's the principle. And by the way, Julia is 9 years old, her younger sister, and she walks up and down the streets where we live, and she is selling cupcakes.
We have a reputation for selling things.
Totally. And it's just been awesome to watch all my children take advantage of opportunities that are around them, rather than just go to mom and dad and say, Mom, Dad, will you buy me this? Right? There's something to be said. I'm going to get a little philosophy here. There's something called the gift of want that I've mentioned, but there's also something called, right, that things are soulless. There is no inherent value in most things. Where the value is in the chase. It's in the desire, something to take pride in, the desire to go achieve something that you're not sure if it'll be successful. And then when you do achieve it, it's very rewarding. That is the power of want right there, the gift of want. If you're a parent and you have children, give them the gift of want. That's our message today. Any other thoughts that you'd like to share, Kyla?
I just think if you put your mind to something, and if you have the determination and the gift of want, then you can do anything. So do it.
It's true. If you think you can, you can. But if you think you can, requires action. It requires effort. And when you go take effort, you always get results. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but if you're consistent, you will get results over time. So thanks for watching. Make sure that you go to Kyla's YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok, and go follow her. Tell your children about her. They'll get a kick out of her videos and so forth. And then make sure that you subscribe right here to my channel, and make sure you click that notification bell so that you're the first to get my podcasts and videos and so forth. Thanks for being a part of my community, and may you go out there and unleash your greatness within.
Bye.